I was trying to figure out why the music was so quiet. It was on 1. That would be why. Come on in, come on in. I'm going to give everyone a little time to get on in here. But we'll start in just a couple minutes. Everyone get your drinks, get your snacks. Alrighty, hello everyone. How are we today? Are we excited to play some Star Rail, get the Game Boys? Yeah, I'm excited. The Zelatardier charm is kicking down my door. But hello everyone. Bunny, I'm so sorry to tell you this. Bunnies are not polite. I've almost had my hand ripped off by my bunnies multiple times because I have not been fast enough in giving them their little treats. Alright, so let me show my shame. I'm once again playing Currency Wars. When you guys aren't looking at me, I'm like almost always playing Currency Wars, just to be completely fucking honest. I'm just gonna do this. I know you don't like him, by the way, Zell. I'm so sorry, but he's just the next one I'm building. Yeah, look, I'm trying to get his traces. I would like to have him in my back pocket. I would like to have him in my back pocket. My big boys have all been built. Alright. Ah. I'll be doing it off stream. Don't you guys worry. I don't want you guys to, like, sit around and wait for me to build them proper. But, I do have... Where the fuck is it? I have, like, 4 of these. I'm all set. I'll be okay. I have many things to do. I'm very relaxed. Don't worry. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But alright. Let me go exchange. Ah! Thank you for the hydrate. Alright. I have a shit ton of pulls. That's always the plan. Jade. It's always the plan to kiss boys. But now we're gonna be kissing these really Greek... I have faith. You guys, I have faith. Let's... Okay. Another. Usually my pulls aren't horrific. But I have a feeling Phainon's gonna be a little bit of a bastard, huh? There we are. Alright. Let's see, did I win the 50-50? Did I win the 50-50? I did. Hey. I'll clip that. Alright, that's one of them down. Thank you, Evan! Yeah, we got the boy! Alright. And that was... No, I'm not getting 2 more. I'm gonna be using... I'm using her for that. I want to get... I'm collecting. Alright, we're gonna get Mydei next because I just like looking at him. Alright, that's 3, I believe. That's 4. Alright. I'm on Mydei. Alright. Do I win this 50-50? So that took 60 pulls. Hi, Blade. Didn't win that 50-50. Damn. Honestly, I've wanted Blade for a while. So I'm not too upset about that. I'm gonna be fully honest. Alright. Mydei decided that he wanted to be a little bastard. But that's kind of normal. Anyways. So. Yeah, I'll get him. I have 20 fucking days to earn a bunch of more Jade, which I know I will. Yeah, but I also need these light cones because I don't have them. Yeah, I don't have these light cones, so I need them. You're so right. However, I'm going to be earning a shit ton more Jade in a bit, because I'm going to continue doing story. So, we will get Mydei. Don't worry. I will wail for him. He will be mine. Okay. I have a few more that I need to get. Alright, you guys... Hold on. Hold on. Alright, if you guys wanna... You're asking me to do more pulls. Hello, Phainon.
Everyone needs some time alone.
Let me just get these
Everyone
activated.
needs some time alone.
Because I haven't even gotten my free version of her. I hope y'all understand that, like, I'm severely behind on actually doing quests. I have a lot of Jade kind of sticking around.
Could be me.
I am gonna swap the Phainon as my icon, though. Stuff scared me. Yay! I still have to finish doing some other things. Here. Aptitude Showcase. Let's go get Jade, and then we'll do another pull for Mydei. Because I can pull one more. We're fine.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
Jesus fuck.
Light up the dawn.
I love this because it definitely feels like I shouldn't be seeing this. This is a little bit of spoiler territory for, you know, fucking...
Light up the dawn.
a lot of stuff.
Light up the dawn.
Yeah, this is, I don't know, feels a little spoilery.
Light up the dawn.
Yeah, this feels a little spoilery, but, I do not see. I do not see.
It's time to temper myself. For tomorrow.
Serenity is before me.
This mortal
Don't worry, it does,
You on your path.
in Currency Wars, I have seen him.
You're spiffy? Let's let you find the answer.
Currency Wars has already shown me his other form.
Thieves or devils. I'll crush them all. Sun tear the sky.
Guys. This is a little bit of a fucking spoiler.
Quench the flames of blood. Branded with strife.
I do not see. I do not see.
Quench the flames of blood. Her agony. The flames are not struck. Empty shell.
Beat sword.
Sun tear the sky. I'll never yield to fate. Quench the flames of blood. Is that all? Branded with strife. All stars burn to ash.
We're fine.
Existence is of no common future. future will come. Doubt farewell. No
Jade.
other choice but forward.
I adore you.
This moment. Watch
You're
over
not.
you and guide you on your
You're
path.
not subtle.
Tomorrow.
Please, Phainon, I just want to avoid spoilers. I just wanted to get some Jade to pull your husband. Please? Thank you. Anyways. Cat! Let's fight and move on. Off we go.
Cat and mouse time! It smells of come to me! Enemy targets detected. You can't run!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
One day I'll get Acheron.
Time to mix things up.
Thanks. That feels way better.
Indulge yourselves!
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Destined for oblivion.
In the mood for another beating? It ain't over.
Don't fight, so I can. I'll take it on. Commencing support. Found me. Enemy data secured.
Yeah.
Net markers activated. For good old counter.
That's why we love Gallagher. He just gives you a soda, and it makes you feel
I
better.
weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Step up, let's see ya.
Come to me. Our cute play session is up. With enough believers, lies become reality. Gotcha.
Another journey.
The little tongue always kills me. It's so cute.
You can't run.
How familiar.
Actually, kissing him in your mind is the best way to kiss him.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Alright, and Mydei.
Submit, die. Submit, die.
Fabulous boy. Yes, it does. I knew that.
Right. I'll give you the honor of dying.
It's fucking... Let's go, Mydei. You know that guy.
Get there. Let this place witness glory. Remember to, through my blood, dying soul, I'll accept your punishment.
Hi, Trippy.
Are you gonna let slip? Away we go!
Burn it all. Forward. Remember to.
There's so much porn of him having boy pussy. Trans Mydei's pretty great.
Lend me your strength.
Burn it all.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Dying soul, I'll accept your punishment. Conquer all lands.
It's coming. Are you gonna let slip? Away we go!
See you later, buddy.
Remember to.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Burn it all.
Thank you, Mighty. Alright. Where is it? Alright. We do one more 10 pull, and then we're actually gonna continue on with some story. We're gonna try to get Mighty one more time. No. Mighty said he didn't want to fucking show up. It's fine. We will get him later. Mighty's being his usual tsundere self. It's fine. We're fine. Where's the, There we go. Mass superimpose. Doing a little bit of that. Okay. But yeah, my shame. I've been playing so much of this lately. I will show you guys. I already have that. Okay. I'm just gonna show you. Here's my current rank of it. You can see I've been playing a shit ton of them. Where is... I really want to get Wealth Creator. So I kind of do this off stream because I know it can be a little bit, annoying to watch. And it proceeds to blow the fuck up, yeah, I want to try and get Wealth Creator. It's gonna be really fucking difficult, but there's no D ranking, so I'll be fine. I won't play it on stream because it literally blows up Zella's PC, and I'm terrified to see what happens if Zelda tried to do it on their phone. Anyways. Let me... Hi. Let's do this. You are late. We did get one of the husbands. The other one's being a bastard. He won't show up. I did get Phainon. Here he is. I'm so sorry. Firefly, you're getting replaced. I do need to try and get his, I need to try and get his light cone. I would like to get his light cone. I don't have any of his stuff. Hold on. Lamau? Yes. We'll just casually get him his stuff. Crit rate, crit damage. I have so many of these, I'm just gonna do this for him. Yeah, that game. Alright, we got him that, and then we need attack percentage for his shoes. I have enough of these that I'm willing to just kind of toss them at him. Lock my artifacts? What mean? Oh, yes, that's right, Evan. You are so right. Give me a moment. Currently... physical damage boost. You know what? I'll just get the first one. And then attack percentage. Yee. I'll get his main stat eventually. There it is. There we go. This is more of me just, like... trying to get
blood will not flow in vain.
Phainon, like, basically equipped. I still can't do any of his traces, simply because I don't have access to the boss yet. And I refuse to go see the boss because I know it's a spoiler territory.
Will not flow in vain.
So we'll get him as high as I can. There we go. Almost done. Recommendation, skill. Drive safely. Alright. Once I can, I'll start unlocking all of the stuff with the, bosses. I have a lot of stuff that I need to go through for him. But to do that... let's get the light cone up. Thank you. I'll keep you updated on what's going on with how I'm feeling about the story and all that fun stuff. Anyways, let me get my free pulls here. Okay, I think that is... honestly, I might just... I have so much. I'm gonna just yoink all of these real quick. Wild. Okay, so you can just do that for money. Alright. To the vortex.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
I'm glad.
Hi. Hi, Anaxa.
But I don't see Castris among your number.
Yeah, about that.
Looks
Big
like
sad.
She not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
And she finally understood her origins and completed her trial.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Dreamin, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
Let the ceremony begin.
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead and reborn among mortal kind. He is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in his good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity
I am stuck with
to
you,
mend the
Madrid.
rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Goodbye, Casterus. Alright.
A constellation for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Always linked.
Look, it's...
Hey, Casterus.
Is that Casterus?
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
I have no idea what she's saying. She's murmuring. Why do I look like I was about to fucking slug her? What?
What did she say?
Phainon?
That's the language of the Titans. Casterus... No. The Titan. They said... I have illuminated the cold shadow of death. Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. Do not forget.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
Are you gonna be good, Naxa?
I won't stop you.
Professor, you...
What's with that look? You were present. So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akuma's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
Naxa.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind.
He's so...
It goes without saying,
fucking...
I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I?
That's...
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver. And especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new world.
Good. That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Salute him in the same way.
May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the New Sporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
Huh.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future.
He's such an asshole.
Wow, Circes. Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
still have one question.
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
How should I know?
They're so similar.
Oh my.
But, since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
Rejoice, Circes. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul! And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
What a fucking weirdo. I love him.
Thankfully, she's still alive.
Oh yeah, by the way, back to this.
Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express?
Her condition was very similar. It's just that at that time, the Express did not have a memo keeper who could diagnose her condition.
But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side,
One
that
day,
might
Evan.
happen this time as well.
Shrimp.
When March awakened from the ice, her memories were completely wiped clean. I want to prepare for the worst and prevent something like that from happening again.
Posture check. Thank you.
Can you share with us your hypothesis?
I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked.
Hijacked?
Hijacked?
Just me and Himiko.
Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember?
I'm not a biologist, but I hear that there's a species of fish on Von Walk that has the memory span of less than a second. It forgets anything that occurs in the very next instant. Perhaps something similar will happen?
Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness.
Nothingness?
The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression. Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that.
Miss Black Swan, there is one thing that I haven't looked into deeply until now. You've guided us to Amphorius, but refused to tell us your true intentions. Collecting memories is simply not a convincing answer.
Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me?
I mean no offense. I am merely speculating. But I'd appreciate your honesty, if possible.
In other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphorius holds special significance.
She's a very good voice.
For some memo keepers of the garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example.
Perfect example?
A world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those Pathstriders of Remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphorius first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form.
So the reason you did everything you could to convince the Express to come to this star zone is just to uncover the secrets and foil the plans of these people?
I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the garden's internal conflicts.
Hold on, my brain kind of like, my brain quite literally stopped, listening, and I'm like, wait a second, huh? Perfect example, world I can only see through. Okay,
Remodeling a world is no easy feat. These extremists likely aren't just simple Pathstriders. Do they wield the powers of Emanators?
I literally had to just be like, oh.
You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li.
So what you're saying, could they be the ones who hijacked March 7th's memories?
Motherfucker.
I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so. I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th, but the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphorius is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating.
What's wrong?
Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies.
Hey, explain? Maybe?
Has something changed?
It's Fu Li. Their gaze has just swept across Amphorius.
I'm scared of what that means.
Interesting.
Hi,
I never
Herda.
expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word Amphorius has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
Yeah.
It's, hard to explain.
Yeah, she's
What
like
are
this.
you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher
It is
and
well.
learned a good deal.
We love Herda as well.
Not only does this person know of Amphorius, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place.
I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphorius?
You're planning to head to Amphorius yourself?
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did. See these Herda mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room. But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Sunday.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates.
Holy shit. You do seem like a shut-in.
Then sit back
So
and
rude.
enjoy the show.
I love him.
All right. Now that everything is ready,
Okay.
mirrors, get to work.
Sunday is like one of my favorite characters, and I'm also gonna do team lineup. We're gonna have the Herda, because I actually genuinely love her
First
stuff.
mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
As you command, Madam Herda. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Amphorius celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herda.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herda. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think.
I
Get it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
As you wish.
Okay, and
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. The first mirror. Let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination: unknown celestial body. Amphorius. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
Oh! So that's Amphorius? Its appearance is, well, sure is unique. Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up? didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. What a magnificent sight! Is this the entrance to Amphorius? Let's see.
Hey, why is the Flame Reaver
Perhaps
right there?
I'll be able to find a way in. What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it.
I love you, Herta. Why is the Flame Reaver here?
What's this? How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare?
Sunday is so baby girl. Why is the Flame Reaver here?
Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herta to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives.
Oh my god.
It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Amphorius?
My deepest apologies.
Oh my
esteemed
god,
lady.
go away!
I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
I'm squinting real hard right now.
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias. Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
I'm very
Regrettably,
suspicious
I
of this.
do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate protocol, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphorius. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphorius is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
That's
You seem to understand me very well. Then you
weird.
should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
This is really making me...
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge. But my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate protocol, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you. After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3. to attain the results that I desire.
I don't like
Oh?
this at all.
I'm all ears.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my
What the
honor
fuck?
and assure you that in the worst case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
He's...
Oh? No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain.
Interesting.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand.
I would absolutely do that too, don't worry, buddy.
Your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphorius. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of. The destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways,
I'm gonna do some theorizing here because it's very interesting. So we found out the three paths that are involved with Amphorius. The Remembrance, obviously. Fuli has been staring at it, and Fuli has been very involved. The Erudition has very clearly been involved with this because Lygaris is an emanator, and is involved with this. And now he's just said that the destruction is involved. So the three paths that are fighting are Remembrance, Erudition, and Destruction. Destruction tends to just want to destroy everything, hence the name. But what's interesting is the Erudition being involved. I'm thinking it's more about knowledge. I'm not totally... I need to go look at some stuff and kind of figure out the Erudition. They confused me. Thumbs up.
you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
Ah. I have... You know, I actually haven't done these in a bit. So, we have two. We have some stories to listen to, everyone. We're gonna listen to Castor's first.
born with an evil curse.
We need to catch up on
Her
this.
hand
I got
dips
really
into
tired on my
lethal
long.
cinnabar and white lead to personally decorate the faces of the dead. Her skills are said to bestow beauty on anyone, even transforming their appearance completely.
Story time.
Many
Bedtime
skills
stories,
were born out of
as
her
Mem says.
seclusion, but it painted her dwelling in a gloomy vision. Only a select few have set foot in this mansion, and the thief and the weaver
Yes,
were two
bunny.
such lucky persons. The girl converses with all items in the house, with specimens, tea sets,
did
and
totally
even
forget.
pillows in profusion.
Thank you
As
for
if she
reminding
can
me. Let me go
hear the
edit that while
responses
this is
of
going.
these non-living things.
I have always lived in isolation. Out of courtesy, this is how I practice my words and actions.
'Tis hard to believe her explanation. Her face
I'm
when
drinking my
talking
water.
shows such a gentle
Like a good boy.
disposition that unless she is telling fabrications, she must regard her partners as mere children. Thus, people passed these
Untrimmed.
rumors down. Within the area of her encirclement, all things became frozen, escaping time's increments. It is an exaggeration, that is certain. People only found an ancient lion's head in battle's ruined armaments.
Those words are true.
The head itself was nearly dead.
Though they won in fierce battle, the warriors were powerless to turn the tide. It was the embrace where death dwelled that gave early release from their pain.
This is how death escapes time. She keeps every final embrace hidden in her immortal heart. Out of her numerous works, butterflies and flowers often stand out stark. Ignite them, and you can almost hear the maker's remark. Even in death's silence, her sound can still be heard. It is a gift greatly treasured by the maiden. Few have the honor to be graced with such work. Only one has the heart to burn such a gift, and the reason she gives is rather far-fetched.
I must peer into all fates unknown.
The power of time is boundless. But there is one thing that it cannot conquer.
Death is abominable in humans' eyes. Apart from my identity, there's nothing about me worthy of praise.
The beloved Gold Weaver hears this in distress, then tries to teach her the art of weaving and threads. It has been said that the maiden has works that the holy city possesses. But this is the judgment the Gold Weaver expresses.
Ah, well, none can know all things, nor be skilled in all crafts. Her works are too early for the living to comprehend.
Alright. Little psycho. It's time for more stories.
This is a tale buried in history. One day, a student elated in victory dashed around the Grove's territory.
I saw the spell the professor carved on his body.
The youth with white hair was beside himself in joy. It must be a power most secret, a means for one man to stand against 1,000. That spell was rare indeed, for it was a secret way to overturn a cart of hay. The scholar was still a mortal body, as yet to snatch life from death, or to reforge a new flesh through a god's remedy. Various minute tricks and parody, he studied them all, crafting schemes oh so busy. For everyone knows, he wishes not to use the divine power that is his, refusing rightful custody. And in that unwitnessed moment of his death, final tragedy, he still held the hay cart spell steady, standing alone, facing the evil enemy. Now, that craft is regarded as a magnificent study, not because of what it was, but because of its purpose, known to everybody. In fact, he once crafted miracles, forging silent servants using soil as vehicle. Though no sentience, they do their job without obstacles, rivaling Titankin in spectacle. However, one day he suddenly changes his tune.
Creation is the Titan's work, and slavery is the Titan's manacle. When imitating divine evil, there's no need to invest reason, most pinnacle.
When the servants have all been recycled, he deigns not to explain, fearing to waste his reason or muscle. So he jokingly concludes the questioning with a chuckle.
If it's just for odd jobs, students are a better gamble.
The way he addresses himself comes from elsewhere, an imitation of a divine machine with some flair. He happily answers 5 questions for those unaware, knowledge seemingly given with stingy care.
For a wise one, 5 answers reveal creation's secrets, the truth hidden and bold. But a fool learns but not, and is left in the cold. Now, inquire.
That is, in fact, the scholar's crafty snare. He hides the answer he seeks behind questions posed by those unaware, doling breadcrumbs as bait to lure and compare, whether the inquirer may be worthy of his wisdom to share. The scholar never looks at laws and measurements, ignoring the flow and shift of time's passage, and uncomprehending students gossip in eager regiments. Why? Obviously to drag out class time as a stint.
Phainon.
The student's answer seems rather adamant.
He is panicked by the flow of time, for his work is yet done, yet to implement.
The stubborn assistant interjects in a rare display of testament.
This man is too arrogant, and he intends to desecrate Orynyx's accomplishments.
The passing sage from another school brings admonishment. Outside the courtyard, the gossip flows into the scholar's ear. He silently gives a grade to every question and argument, but none know the true answer, according to his judgment.
Huh. And X is such an interesting character. I really enjoy learning more about him. Alright. Girly pop.
On the leaves, the rustling wind plays a melody as the girl looks over this courtyard petite and exhales, gently dispersing the palm-held blessings. The entire yard is lit softly, like a dandelion bathed in sunlight.
Is this courtyard a tad too small?
It's okay, Clementine. As long as it provides warmth plenty.
The girl makes the courtyard tidy, and in the Evernight lands outside the holy city, there is now a light curing souls' maladies. The girl's skills can bring forth miracles, but today she welcomes a patient quite special.
Welcome to the Twilight Courtyard. How can I help you?
The gravely patient shakes their head.
The end times are coming, and we all wander more and more. Oh, you may heal our wounds, but you cannot cure despair.
Okay.
The girl watches the patient leave, and her heart swells in sorrow.
Clementine, prepare some things with me. I want this place to be brighter tomorrow.
The redhead child takes the girl's hands.
Long time no see, Hyacinth. Are you here in Akuma for a visit, or do you need help from us?
The girl recounts her needs.
I want some shining things, even if they are considered junk.
Multicolored paper bags, crystal clear glass, cottons variously dyed, and jingling wind chimes. The girl brings them back to the courtyard.
Love Hyacinth.
And spares no effort to decorate all around. And when some fireflies wander in, the girl is all smiles.
Little ones, thank you for your light.
The patient returns here and opens
She
their
really
eyes
is trying to be...
Multicolored dreams on the rooftop now reside, and the lawns contain the sweet whispers of sunlight. A soft breeze passes with no hint of cold.
See, I love her
serving
doing
to wake
this.
the playful chimes and ocarinas of delight.
I'll let the story continue in a minute. I really love this because it shows to do a positive character no matter what. Continuing on from my conversation on Monday, it's very hard to have a believable character who is very positive. They do really well with Hyacinth. She genuinely tries, but you can see her struggles, and it's nice.
Wow, there's light everywhere. What a warm place.
The news is soon spread by the grove, and people with empty hearts visit in droves. The girl prepares candies and tea, and listens to every visitor's complaints. People say there was once a star called the sun in the sky, but now that star is no longer there. People say that Aquila took away the world's light, but they still left behind a heart bright to illuminate this happy dream in the night. Like the blizzards in the month of mourning doth calamity fall, burying warmth and dawn's calls. Orderless tides swallow up the grove of reason, and that tiny healing haven is also extinguished, broken and barren. When the girl, far from home, hears of such grave news, the wind brings to her a moment of confusion but it also evaporates the tears that briefly sparkle into being, and the girl still smiles, bright and happy. Soon, the people of Akima see once again the girl collecting more pieces and tokens, wanting to rebuild that pure haven. But she never realized that wherever she stood, she herself was that holy courtyard, that light-filled haven.
I love her. I'm going to protect her with my entire heart, actually. Oh, hello, Mem. Everyone's stories are so deep, I can't keep up. Do you understand them? What is a god, exactly? Jesus Christ, Mem. Always peeking at others. That sounds so odd, and with such a familiar tone. Your past really is something special. But still, I don't quite get it, so let me ask in another way. There must be differences between gods and us, right? Otherwise, why would anyone ever want to become a god? To avoid being controlled. Dude, Mem just like... What's a god? I will get a snack after I finish talking with Mem. To avoid being controlled. Controlled? Could it be that we're already... it's because I was controlled that I met you, then I suppose I wouldn't mind being controlled. As I keep asking, I only get more and more confused. Maybe I'll wait until I've grown a little more before discussing these things with you. Jesus Christ, Mem. What is ego death? Oh my god. I love Mem. That was just really fucking funny. Holy shit. Guys, we have some stories to fucking read. I will be right back. I'm gonna get a snack so we can listen to that. I can eat while I listen to these stories. I will be BRB. You're so right. Jade. That's so fucking... Alright, I hope you guys won't hear me slurp, but, I'm so sorry if you do. However, you guys did pay for me to, do chomps into the mic, so... Anyways. Ooh, I can feel myself being a little shaky. Alright. Cypher time. Lion Cat's travelogue.
A thief tells a few stories.
The first story is titled The Golden Apple. It doesn't have to go to the fairest.
That city.
Technically hydrating because I'm drinking the syrup for these
shines.
little fruit snacks I got.
The golden apple tree sits in the city's middle. Only the fairest can pluck its apples. The beauty pageant begins on time.
as the fair ones stretch their supple arms, trying to pluck the fruits above their heads. Yet every time the apples come within reach, a breeze blows the fruit away without a trace. The audience in displeasure disbands, with only one girl left standing there, her features bland. Yet to her surprise,
Move
she
my mouse
finds
away.
her arms full of golden fruits, a harvest grand.
The second story is titled, Trying to Argue? Don't trick yourself, please.
That city is named Idylia, where Circe's roots bury deep and wide. The sophist scholar holds a tortoise aloft, but his theories, common sense bereft.
Even the best athlete could never catch up to this turtle.
None can overturn him in arguments, and he obtains the champion's crown in merriment. Yet, as he is about to leave, a wind blows the tortoise in front of him. And behold, his paradox becomes truth. To catch up to the turtle, an entire day and night he spends.
The third story I will tell is titled, A Competition in Trickery. Who do you think is the Grandmaster?
That city is named Dolos, where even Zagreus was once tricked. The king promises to reward the perfect lie, wishing to recreate the deceit of the Titan, his grand feat.
I think the world is a gourd. In truth, we are all already dead.
The liars take their turns in the challenge, but no one pleases the king. With a gust of wind, the girl emerges before the king's face. And when she leaves, she already has the king's promised gold in a pouch. The others are curious as to what lies she raised.
Zagreus can only tell lies. And I am Zagreus. The fourth story is called, You Like Money. Good. But you must pay the price.
That city is called Mythonis, where the sea breeze intoxicates the people with delight. A wealthy penny pincher prays to the Titan.
Please give me the power to turn anything into gold.
With a breeze, the rock in his hand turns to gold. But his joy is fleeting to behold, for with one embrace, his wife turns into coins, scattered on the soil. He howls at Fagusa to retract the blessing, but sees a girl in a hood in passing. The girl laughs hilariously, holding his hand in hers.
Go back and check your vault. Some gold may be missing. But your beloved is right there, waiting.
Cyphera, you took another long journey.
And we want to hear your fun stories!
The girl with the hood dangles her feet in the bath as two coins dance and fly between her fingers.
Basically, I visited 4 places, tricked them to my heart's content, and came back fully rewarded.
The girl pauses her words and looks out the window as the light above the Titan's shoulder casts her right cheek aglow.
The dawn will never cease, and the thief star wanders in foreign lands. How would you know that I am not lying right now?
Cypher's such an interesting character. Alright. More Castrus. With a heart unwithering.
To the dead, when she bids farewell, she casts the slate into the fire, an act futile. I have never heard of lands with such customs. At this time, something drizzles down the slate, full of colors, seemingly tears for the Reaper of Chills. It turns out the slate is inscribed with poems, and every phrase is diligently colored with skill.
Before people pass away, I write down these poems.
That is the limit of the girl's answer, and she only responds with silence for requests to read these poems. As time goes by, she finally opens her petal-veiled heart, and the reason behind her reluctance to show her work is finally clear.
My poems are still too green. Not worthy to be art.
It stems from the girl's shame and discomfort. It seems the girl once also loved to imagine with effort, and many wild tales were written on her part. A misunderstanding was what made her cease this art. It was a pair of arch-enemies who gained fame in the war. One of them burst into laughter after reading the girl's poetic words.
He and I clearly wish to kill and tear each other apart. But in your eyes, you think we are close, unable to part.
She wrote fanfiction.
She did not write poetry as a pastime.
Hold on.
It is said that she left great works under hundreds of names. In different times, she even criticized her previous beliefs, making her identity even harder to assume.
Okay, so just before we continue on, that was Phainon. She wrote fanfiction about Phainon and Mydei, which, honestly, I now understand the fucking memes of her always reading fanfiction. That's so fucking great.
I still found her weakness after many twists and turns. No matter how fickle her thoughts, she never lost faith in those words regarding the value of fragile mortal lives. She is heartbreaking and enchanting. She is the fingertips of death and the ghost of love and poetry. However, those poems have brought her many complaints. The poems that her hands composed all lack an ending of any kind. And the Maid of Death has no desire to continue them.
This is truly difficult to write.
The girl excuses herself.
My duty is to lead the living to the end. I cannot think of a fitting end for a poem to the dead.
Such is the epitome of lies. One who's grown used to death remains inexperienced with farewells. Therefore, I extend her an invitation. In this story belonging to herself, she can leave an ending reserved only for her.
What she brings is not only death.
She thus replied when we first met. And when we meet once again for the last time, she again deliberates over this closing statement.
apart from death, there is something else that is worth remembering.
That is the journey she walked.
Welcome back. I learned about Castor's fan fiction. Ah, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the posture check.
To die for glory is not eternal sleep.
This is a lie all Castrum Kremnos keeps.
Ah.
The world after death
I did not get
is
Mydei.
superior to reality and basks in light.
But such vague
I'll get him.
plans the Crown Prince would not easily believe.
Cowards who dare not to look death in the eye.
He declared thus on the day he returned from the stream of souls.
Longing for a martyr's heaven and reciting self-deceiving stories.
His words are sacrilege incarnate, more arrogant than his blood and family.
True warriors should treat that paradise with spite.
Many followers thus stop, no longer following his steps, for they feel this young man's words, compared to poems, are even more absurd. A body immortal equals not perfection. The man braved dangers endless, simply to seek his weakness. In his greener days with more amateur skills, in crises where death denied him even after kills, he learnt why curse is a synonym for blessing, for he saw that visage of terror at life's closing. The man seems unmoved when this past is mentioned. Having braved death 9 times, he who was once lacking now excels above everyone else, still rising. Yet, when asked if he's still as ticklish as when he was a child, he does not answer. It's a wild tale he won't care to opine. It's said that Castrum Kremnos has secrets divine, through which the king's power has passed a one-man army by strength in their bloodline.
Therefore, a traitor who does not inherit the throne is a king most infirm.
As the protagonist hears these words, he refutes not, but openly responds,
These are not rumors unfounded. But will they matter if my deeds eclipse those of all other kings, achieving glory beyond?
Never turning back in war, he seizes all our glory.
That rumor in the war camp of fury often casts a shadow on the man's heart, indestructible and fiery. When campaigns become mired in terror, he sends his army to places safe and secure, yet alone he goes to fight, knowing death can touch him ne'er. The Kremnoan detachment who follows him in livery all die in bed, devoid of glory. They have their share of grudges upon death, but the man has no regret, none necessary.
Your glory lies not in death, but in my hands.
The dust settles, and strife calms. A deathly quiet covers his father's realm, and the man alone returns home. A question seems to sound from shadows of the past around.
Did you already walk that flame-chasing road, O King?
Atop the throne, the man mutters alone.
There's nothing else worthy of the hunt. For I am the blazing fire at the journey's end.
As it has been foretold, he killed the king to become a king, and killed the god to become a god. His eternal destiny is to be crowned in blood.
Alright, we got 2 more stories to go, everyone.
In the past, when strife
Lots of stories.
swallowed the earth and schemes disrupted the hearts of friends, the maiden who was yet a weaver was wrapped in a cocoon most grand, untouched by the storms sweeping through the land. She spent her youth in a palace of romance, surrounded by treasures, with even maids beautiful beyond belief, often bathing in the praise and admiration of wealthy nobles. Till warfare set the threads aflame, and the devoutly praying priest was slaughtered before the altar. The family, adored by all, perished before their courtyards, and the blood of her maidservants dyed her golden mantle red. The golden threads covering her eyes snapped, and the concealed truth finally appeared firsthand.
Before a strong wind, a weak nobility cannot stand.
In the long, endless war, the Gold Weaver family was shattered by the sword, and the legacy of romance became a tragedy. She had a broken mansion and an empty house. The nobles who once loved her, none now willing to help her. All the romance, talent, peerage, and beauty, what use are they in a disaster? As she closed her eyes in melancholy, the maidservant pushed a broken loom to her earnestly.
Miss, would you like to pick up the shuttle again and weave for me?
The young miss wanted to laugh, but could only respond with shock. For the maid's face was now covered in scars, as she fought to protect her mistress's safety.
Though I can no longer see, I still want to don the garments you weave.
And yet, when she heard this, the desire to weave overcame her fears. Therefore, in the broken shadows of a house, the loom of romance moved once more. The garments were exchanged for copious gold, buying back her renown of old. Yet beside this mistress most noble, there was always a blind maid in tow, dressed in luxuries unfitting. As the weaver attended banquets, the praises of her youth returned.
That majestic lady must be Mestia in the flesh.
But harsh words also joined.
The mistress's beauty is quite reduced by a maidservant so unsightly.
The maidservant apologized in embarrassment, lowering her head.
My mistress, I have brought you shame.
Yet her mistress brought her to the middle of the ball, having her garbed in the latest dress as the model. She now knew that praises and ridicule were both untrue, and that romance cared not for beauty of the face, The golden thread of gods exists only within. She is no longer that helpless girl. She already carries the gods' authority and walks the hero's route. But she still cannot hold back the calamity of strife. The unsightly maidservant blocked the dagger aimed at the mistress's soul, and blood once again dyed red something she wove. That was the last time in her life the maid's face she clearly beheld. When sewing the death shroud, she could not control how her fingers shook, often pricked by the needle, sharp and acute. Thus, that pristine white cloth wept with tears of blood and gloom. And when the day of the funeral came, she saw the commoners' endless graves, and the nobles dressed in silk, frolicking in the groves, and sadness overwhelmed her in droves. Is this the destiny unleashed for their act of chasing God's core flames? She kneels before the divine statues and prays to Nestia of romance to look at these garments soaked in blood from the flames of war.
Why are those that appear so fair in fact ugly in truth? Why do faces unsightly contain souls cut from noble cloth? Why can the blind see the light? And why do those with eyes only see night?
The dying god remains silent.
If you no longer have the power to see, then with my destiny,
She grasps the burning core flame.
I'll exchange for eyes that can see everything.
Warm liquid flows from her eyes that now see all. In that instant, she is sure that she saw the manifestation of beauty.
Aglaia is such a tragic character. Alright, here's my boy. Last story time.
Do not make him your enemy, even though he may seem frail and weak.
When a valiant warrior from afar assaulted the grove, he shattered their strength with only his eyes and pointing stick. He sent them running, pride cut to the quick.
He may seem cold and unkind, but he sees through human emotions with just a peek.
A student was troubled by love's trials and aches. With one sentence, he guided them away from heartbreak, letting destiny's strands weave a path to love and happiness's shape.
All is science, and human wisdom knows no bounds. Both martial prowess and emotions are knowledge that can be found.
He firmly believes that all things can be deciphered, bared to those who peek. Those that cannot be solved are not mysteries infinite, but only questions waiting to be answered, not obstacles bleak. For those who only protect themselves, the world cannot see their intentions. In sorrowful parting hours, the scholar refuses trifling matters. Isolated in a corner of his library, he fiddles with instruments of crafters. Colleagues suspect him of creating new blasphemies, while students believe him to be making new miracles of mastery. The curious one's gaze through the window beholds, seeing a small wooden bird on the table, wobbling in comfort, swaying in the scholar's hand, an endearing cohort. I ask him, seeking his motive for this effort, but the scholar, usually so quick to retort, refuses to answer, seemingly coming up short. Creatures that through his hands pass all change their functions, invoking wonder peerless. He once removed his hat, as others witnessed, then walked on the hat over water with success. They also saw him light a flare, fearless, instead creating chilling cold air, not so harmless. That bird was once a toy, and now his messenger. Or perhaps still a toy.
It's still a toy.
That is the magic trick of his success, and one of his teachings that he will profess.
Nothing in this world is ever born fixed.
The far-seeing must be far in thought. His teachings are like prophetic delight, yet he opposes prophecies with all his might. It's a time he refrains from looking back on, traveling all lands, chasing prophecies, trying to prove the priest's words were not unchangeable foresight. Countless times he exhausted his crafty sleights, wanting to rescue the doomed and resurrect wights, wanting to shame the prophesized heroes of magic and might, wanting to sway promised villains to a course more upright. Perhaps fate could not guess his goals, but it could trample over his plans overnight. At the end, all his challenges flicker out, but he persists still in endless plight. His ambitions are too lofty, and so failure follows him never too softly. Through moments of defeat felt increasingly common, the scholar learned one thing he has never forgotten. Respond to defeat with a smile haughty. Not from optimism, nor from a defeat of the heart.
I thank this misfortune's severity.
The laughter oozes with self-mockery, but is also full of a different
You guys might hear me
emotion.
trim my nails. I got a really bad hang now.
If this road is easy to walk, then future generations will not praise my name in piety,
says his ambition.
He's such an interesting character. Because he genuinely doesn't think highly of himself. And he hates that others do. I appreciate him a lot. Such a great character. Hi, man. You gonna ask me more weird shit? Cass, only at the very end did I realize she was nothing like the rumors. I'm really curious. Is everyone like this, having a side that no one else sees? Are you the same? I remain the same. Even though I have no proof, I can't shake the feeling that it's true. But right now, I'm not really in the mood to dig too deep. Cass's story is stepping into the next chapter, and I can't quite explain how I feel. It's like sadness, but also like a strange sense of relief. If someone were to ask about us, how should we tell her story? Her embrace was just as warm as anyone else's. You say that, then it's a trustworthy statement. I'd love a hug from her too. In future stories, you doesn't have to go out of their way to avoid any endings for my sake, okay? Even though every story has an ending, I still wish everything could start over again. A few of them are getting close to their ending. But fantastic.
I'm so parched. The sweet waves are surging.
All right. Collect my thoughts. Banthos and Cersei's core flames have been returned. Sometime after that, the 12 constellations hover above, overlooking the Vortex Genesis. They embody the 12 Amphorious deities, fate, foundation, creation, and calamity of this world. Now 10 among them have fallen. Their core flames return to the origin of Genesis. Above you, constellations shimmer, their brilliance echoing the slumber of each titan. And you have experienced 4 ascensions and 4 partings. Strife. The Lance of Fury once became the Mad King, plunging the world into ceaseless strife until your valor brought it to an end. And its demigod successor, the undying Mydei, chose to bear the title of Kremnos alone, returning home to be crowned as the last line of defense for the Holy City. Mydei, may your battles know no defeat. Time. Back then, the incarnation of Time entrusted Mem to you at the Temple of the Three Fates. Back then, the lively girl with red hair fulfilled her mission, and bid the first farewell. Time speaks not of fairness, yet it never stops. And now this power resides in your hands. See you tomorrow, Trian. Wow! Holy shit! That one sucker punched me. Not long ago, the head of the Grove Sage helped you repel the menace that is the Black Tide. And not long past, that unruly scholar staged one grand performance, granting you a glimpse of this world's truth at the cost of his life. Oh, the incarnation of reason, you have found your answer at the end. Have you found your answer at the end of existence? Death. The prophecy once made the hand of shadow choose 2 people, granting one the fate of death, yet their bond wove a hauntingly beautiful tale that stretched across time. At the end, the incarnation of death who journeyed from the Netherrealm to the living world chose to remain in that sea of flowers, retrieving your future. At the end of the West Wind, we shall meet again, Casterus. Wow! Oh my god! I'm getting sucker punched! Time and again, farewells haven't numbed you. You can't help but wonder, how many goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail? You question whether you'll be able to express each goodbye with heartfelt emotion. Your thoughts sink into the ocean. You recall how the Amphorian cherished epics, using stories to soothe their sorrows. Perhaps you should embrace this way to dispel your melancholy and regain your strength. Then let it begin. Countless words of adventure surge through your mind. You need only grasp just one to anchor your creation. Don't be influenced by the noise outside, just focus on the key word in your mind. It is indeed difficult, but you should so cling tightly to your inspiration, weaving heartfelt and elegant verses. Alright, this is an impossible task. Just one glance at your phone. It won't disrupt your thoughts, or so you tell yourself. So me? Cypher. What? Great mystery. I had 0 time for treasure hunting the last time I was in Styxnia. Absolutely huge loss. Now the River of Souls has mostly retreated. I'm back, baby! There's a big shiny chest in the water! I can't use the miracle orb, and I can't wade through. Your power time is needed. We can do a 70-30 split. 30 for you and 70 for me? Exactly, 30 for you and 70 for me. Details Schmeat goals. Get here and we'll talk. I love Cypher. You must admit that some people still manage to live joyfully in this arduous low point in life. Cypher's endless desire for wealth seems more turbulent than the waters of this Gale Gorge waterscape. Forget the past now. It only brings sorrow, but sadness has no place in this moment. What you need is the drive to move forward. You decide to head to Styxia, where the River of Souls is no longer blocked, to meet up with that cat girl. Hopefully, those glittering, clinking trinkets will, as always, lift your spirits.
Oh, Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful. And the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it?
I miss Casters too.
No, this shouldn't be so depressing. Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together. By the way, it was Miss Cypher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone? Huh?
What's that sound?
I don't know. This aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very careful. I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, me fucking too.
Hey, what's that on the ground?
Hey, ma'am, can we talk about the giant fucking horse next to us, actually?
Careful. It's a piece of black cloth. Now, where have I seen this before?
Oh, no. It's the Flame Reaver.
What? How could they be here?
Also, why does he keep losing pieces of his fucking clothing?
Look out!
Hi! You don't want the pink puppy, do you?
What? Now I'm sad. This isn't the time for jokes. Let's try
It's always
to deal
time.
with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
He's not attacking.
The River of Souls is full of fish, big and delicious.
Oh, what?
What?
Fucking me too, man. What?
The flame chase journey stops. Meow, meow.
What?
Meow?
What's happening? Cypher. Yeah, it's Cypher.
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare.
Cypher. So it's you, Cypher.
Don't run! I'm the real Cypher. The real one. Come on, don't be upset.
I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all.
No shit, I know that,
Place is
Cypher.
full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
Well, ain't I grateful for the reminder.
Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You're not gonna hold that over me, are you?
I'm gonna slap a piece of cheese on her
Was that a
face.
Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think when that happened?
Well, we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie.
That's actually kind of cool.
Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
Power to make lies into reality? That's got all my
That's
ears
genuinely a cool power, I will say. Nice, now I know your secret. Have a good night, Zelda. Thank you for popping in.
Mystery. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you. Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get going.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, was that your teleslate?
Hi, Phainon. Garden, do you rest well? I came during the lucid hour and you seemed to sleep, so I didn't wake you up. But I can't stay idle in the certain current circumstances. I feel it's time to continue our special training. Let's go to the grove, shall we? Yes, it is. Alright, time to chug. Stop! Stop! Good night. You guys totally heard that shit.
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove.
Why do you need so much money anyways?
Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
I don't know how
I'll
either.
Spend it all? That's so not why I hunt for treasures.
Dude, my mic, if I chug water, it absolutely picks it up. If I'm eating something, absolutely not. You guys can't hear shit, apparently. That's insane to me. I can't... Why is chugging water so much more noticeable?
Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change. And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right? Isn't that simple?
Insane crunch wasn't picked up.
So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me. That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of
Cypher
Persia aren't
deserves to
gonna
have the
fold
cunty
over
voice
now.
lines.
Come on, Grey Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
I love her. A few days earlier.
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of.
Don Hong, do not touch. No, bad. Fucking grabs the dragon.
Fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Don Hong.
I'm surprised the council
I don't like him.
like yourself
not
would be willing to
thirst
journey
for
so far
the
to
robot.
inspect the express.
Archimans hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly,
I don't like this
discussions
robot.
about
I'll
the
thirst for
world
other robots,
beyond
not
the
this one.
sky remain taboo. It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akama. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things. Sadly, the more I find out, the more powerless I feel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Emphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight, even someone as gifted as yourself.
In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appears that many scholars from Emphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stems from a curse cast by Aquila.
Exactly. Of the 12 Titans of Emphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious. The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Additionally, Aquila is one of the 2 Titans who
The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
If returning Aquila's core flame can break the sky's curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. We can simply focus on aiding the Chrysos heirs.
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems.
Really? But...
Of course. That's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
Don't trust him.
By all means, please, proceed. But be careful. The Express's thrusters are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust.
I don't.
I will be very careful.
I guess carefully scans the damage problem, inspecting its components.
This is unbelievable. You seem to understand its structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before?
Okay, it's saying that I have like a shit ton of... My bitrate's kind of insanely high right now.
Not exactly, but we Anti-Catherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning.
There we go. Alright, we're fine. We're better now. Something about that
Give me
scene,
some
like,
time.
really upset everything.
I might be
We're good.
able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your
I don't know what the fuck what happened there, but man.
But isn't the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically, Lord Donham, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
I don't understand. Does the Council of Elders possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment?
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
Maybe this is not a decision by the Council of Elders, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
Forgive me, Lord Lygus, but I must be frank. When visiting Dawncloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. among them, only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, but given such a mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
We're back.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
Ah! Do not be touching.
Are these people... Is this a trap? Is that why you accompanied me here?
Don't you dare be hurting.
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donghong. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral.
I hate this motherfucker. Don't you dare hurt Donghong.
Respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
One against four, then. Just to confirm, if things turn ugly later, will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral.
That's great. Fucking kills them.
Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
You weren't wrong about one thing, Lord Lycus. Indeed, we must try to return
I
to
don't
our
think you
companions.
understand what type of person Donghong is.
But our companions now also include the flame-chasing Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fate of our companions.
I love you, Donghong.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
Mm-hmm. You're about to get your ass whooped.
When I asked if you'd help, I meant the ones who need help are them.
Donghong's gonna whoop their asses. They really did try the... Ooh.
You have such overwhelming power, so... Why?
Hey, the treasure hunting is off the fucking menu.
Why do you stand in our way? Why do you want
Zella,
to
you're
take
supposed to be
the
in bed.
core flames?
Anyways, treasure hunting has been called off. I need to go help Phainon immediately.
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore!
What? Everything...
Get back here, friend! Are you okay?
Oh, okay. No.
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that
Okay.
would have knocked me
I
out.
thought... Okay. Always keeping me on edge.
Thanks for worrying, buddy. Thanks for the help. To face Aquila and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
You said you were going to bed.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
Why not get Cartonis to help?
Don't worry. I've already arranged that. Of course I need him. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh, Cartonis is part of this Flame Chase journey after all. Full of energy.
The little bug on the head back there is killing me.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Phainon, I've been somewhat concerned about you.
Same.
Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that Swordmaster in black.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger. The seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Unfortunately, I can't do it because I have
Don't
to...
worry. I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. He's been through Nikidor's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are...
I unfortunately can't I don't have a thing that
Times have
allows me
changed.
to, time
The
someone out.
responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties.
You'll be here by your side.
You're right, partner. As of now, I'm not able to handle that Swordmaster on my own. I still need the help of my friends. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down.
Shakes him.
Out
You're
of
fine.
energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Sure, that's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work. Today, I'm definitely going to...
Why don't take the interesting ones home?
Oh, great idea! However, that would mean no more reasons to visit the Grove.
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here. The three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the
Scholarly
library of
books. Fixes that. I want to get this book. I want to get this bug real quick. Merle etched on the wall, a giant tree spreading its branches under the sunlight with countless sparkles of wisdom cascading from the tree top. In the origin of the grove of Epiphany, back when Circe selflessly imparted knowledge to the people of Amphorius, those fortunate enough to receive their legacy became their earliest disciples. No! I want the bug. You need something? If not, please stay quiet. I am conducting field studies of my upcoming Grove of Epiphany Cultural Studies. This Merle content is fascinating. Perhaps in the distant Golden Age, there were far more butterflies here than now. At the base of the sacred tree lies the throne, the pinnacle of mortal wisdom. Countless scholars of the Grove spent their lives striving to reach this seat of knowledge. Yet now it stands before you, unguarded and unclaimed. A faint whisper seems to echo in your ears. O Trailblazer from afar, can you resist the temptation of ascending to the throne? Undoubtedly I cannot. Indeed, such a grand yet empty throne appears before you. Who... Go to bed. Sleep well, Zella. Who could resist the urge to sit upon it? Besides, what harm could refusing this temptation possibly bring, save for missing an opportunity? I have lots of thoughts. It's very interesting that the three different paths that are involved. I'm gonna need a refresher or erudition, what that path is all about, because that one confuses me. You decide to yield the desire in your heart, but not so fast. Before becoming king, there's something you must do first. You need to select your subjects. I just want to take a selfie. Alright, such a simple and pure wish deserves to be granted, so go ahead and take a seat. Click. It's done. Thankfully, no fee collecting administrator are present. You can follow your heart and remain seated here until the world crumbles, if Cersei doesn't come to make you pay. Fucking so stupid. I love this game.
Here we are! Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or maybe over here? I'm off to have some fun! It's free time now, so you should relax too.
Over the past few months, you've come here more than once, fishing out that small piece of essence from the ocean of knowledge that best suits your taste. You're quite relieved that Dong Hong isn't around. No one will be there to judge your reading tastes. The scroll at hand shows a line of small text. Non-standard reading material. Please return to its original place after borrowing. Do not let any Grove professor discover it. 10 exclamation marks! It seems like the scholars of the Grove, amidst their profound academic discussions, haven't forgotten their little hobbies. So which reading materials will you peruse? I'm absolutely reading all of these. Forbidden Love, The Tree and the Butterfly. That's so much. This is really sad, though, and I feel like this is actually going to have important story beats. She wandered through the flower sea, searching for a glimpse of those fluttering butterfly wings, but without success. Sir, I heard that every flower has its own photography. Generally speaking, but that perception is correct. She heard the voice but could not see the speaker, yet Cersei paid it no mind. She calmly responded to her most special student while scanning her surroundings. What is your, florography? I'm afraid I'm not a flower, but a tree. Evidently, this answer failed to satisfy the other party. A sound mingled with dissatisfaction and disappointment reached her ears, prompting her to add another remark. Well, if we're just speaking metaphorically, I suppose it would be intelligence. However, her objective was nearly accomplished. It should be around here somewhere. Now she just needed to find some bait to draw her out. Intellectual, yet also romantic. Perhaps it's because I hibernate? You see, in my long dreams, I have made promises to countless lovers. Really? The butterfly-winged girl suddenly rose from the thicket before Cersei's, startling her slightly. After all, at this moment, the distance between them was virtually non-existent. Gazing directly in Minsta's face, allowing the light reflecting from her lips to pass through her eyes, a hint of crimson flashed across Cersei's face, almost imperceptible to onlookers. Of course, her composure wavered for only a moment. Then, Cersei wrapped her arms around the girl's waist as if pulling up a radish from the ground, gently lift her from the flower thicket. Of course not. Caught you now. Placing her on the ground, the giant tree's incarnation gently stroked the butterfly's wings with the edges of her leaves, confirming the other's normal state before slowly withdrawing. So now, will you tell me why you've been avoiding me? Would you two please refrain from frolicking in my Antella garden? Cold voice unceasingly interrupted their thoughts. Indeed, for the garden's master, the incarnation of death had such lively atmosphere was truly something akin to a natural enemy. Sorry, we'll leave at once. Thank you for listening to my troubles, Madam Thanatos. Sir, let's return to the grove. Sorry, then, for troubling you. Honestly, you two are the less. But, Cersei's. You must be aware by now, right? A bitter sensation spread in her mouth once more. Cersei remained silent, merely nodding as she bid farewell to her old friend. On the way back to the grove, Minsta remained completely silent. After one unsuccessful attempt to question her, Cersei struggled to find another opportunity to speak, and simply focused on the path ahead. Voices of gossip reached them, causing irritation. A genius? So what? She's just, so terrifying. A stern figure approached rapidly. It was Blank, the source of the irritation. Minsta offered Cersei a smile, then turned and walked away. Blank cast a sharp glance in the direction of the butterfly-winged girl's departure, then shifted his gaze back to Cersei's. First came perfunctory reports and spiritless small talk, then escalation to arguments that resembled personal attacks. Do you truly understand? I don't need to. Let me be direct, Cersei's. To a romance student, even your own creation, don't you find that perverse? How? It was the first time the embodiment of reason allowed emotions to cover her mind. The sensation left on her palm felt as if it could scorch through the heart of the tree. Huh. From nearby came the sound of running footsteps, familiar yet somehow strange. Cersei wanted to give chase immediately, but the words echoing in her ears tripped her steps. She was indeed somewhat distracted, allowing the girl's image to surface and fade in her mind repeatedly. When her resolve crystallized, the third curtain fall hour had slipped by. The personification of the giant tree approached the gilded chrysalis, cried her beloved's name, and stilled as if she had frozen. The traces left by the butterfly-winged girl who dwelled here was all but erased. Upon a polycate desk lay words, a maiden's first and final love letter. I love you, Cersei. I've already received the graduation gift after all. So, forget me. Ah! That's it? Nothing else? This love story abruptly ends with, at the worst moment. Whether the author lost the motivation to continue or some urgent situation occurred remains unknown. Okay, I thought it was the path of knowledge seekers. Okay. 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 That makes a lot of sense. If it were the lighter, the Flame Reaver is fully responsible. Okay. Interesting. My professor can't possibly be this shy. Sorry I'm late. I used the power of a Congo bloom to climb over the vines, rushing to the classroom and nervously pulling open the door, only to make eye contact with the person I had an appointment with. The professor, barely over 30, was leaning casually against the stone lectern, loose and relaxed. The scholar's robe beamed bright in the dim light and the everlight, giving off an almost divine aura. Okay. Interesting. So, memories, destruction, and knowledge. The first class, and already late. Looks like someone is eager to meet Thanatos. In other words, it was our first one-on-one lesson, and I just totally blew it from the start. Possibly even Cersei would have felt embarrassment looking at such a sorry scene. Luckily, I had already come up with a plan. Sorry, Professor. I'll do anything to make it up to you. Anything. Well, please, I hope you be lenient. At these words, the professor's face broke into a charming smile. Then I want you to teach me. Wait, Professor? I want you to break down the points in this paper, word by word, and explain them to me slowly. Though there were no mirror here, I could guess that my face had turned red from the sudden and direct request. Oh, seekers of information of some kind or another. That makes a lot of sense. What is usually the playstyle of someone of erudition? So basically, I'm trying to figure out, like, how people play. How I have seen it and how I've thought of it is that you basically need to set up a team for them to pop off. They can be really good main DPS, but most of the time they're support, I think. I think that's how I've seen it. But Professor, I'm still a student intern. Isn't it a bit too early for me to do something like this? I finally worked up the courage to say it. Do you want me to waste the lesson I prepared? You fool. They tend to be AoE. Okay. That's what I was like squinting at. I wasn't totally sure. At least wait until after class. If that's what you prefer, then fine, but don't forget, I still haven't forgiven you. So what should we study first today? why don't we pursue this academic journal? I think they recently published a paper on the patterns of natural numbers. Sounds good. Come on, let's have a look. The research paper was immensely valuable, but I couldn't even grasp the basic arguments, as I was too deeply engrossed in the professor's sharp gaze. He looked so rational when he was immersed in numbers. Nothing less than I expect from the professor I cherish so much. After that, we experienced an enriching lesson. We wandered through the classic literature expedition, eagerly absorbing the newly compiled Titan Faith studies. Finally, we lingered in the dreams woven by the latest works of the I'm not saying that school, so much so that we completely forgot. The bell signaled the curtain fall hours rang, and we looked at each other. Class was over. More than once I had resented time for a seemingly linear flow, yet I remained powerless to interfere with it. The professor looked at me and paused for a moment, as if making some kind of decision, then muttered, "Take out your paper. I'll help you revise it." "Really? You mean it?" "Yes, you are a student, and I take great pride in. I've been considering this for some time. Professor, let me understand your thoughts, your research, your everything." No further words were needed. Two seekers of knowledge, driven by instinct, began their deep exploration of ideas. At that moment, we had yet to realize that after this lesson, another name would appear in the acknowledgments of the paper, and in the end, this would be the very spark that led to the founding of our academic symposium. After finishing this mind-shaking piece, only one image remains in your mind. The Express. Welt. Phone. For a young Stellaron host, this type of literature remains far too ahead of its time. One Punch God Aquila. Brushing off the dust that had settled on him, he adjusted his attire and stood firm, facing the giant eagle in a tense standoff. So you think you're something special just because you defeated the silent Gyros? Mortal, heed my advice. The God King remained silent, gazing into Aquila's 1,000 eyes. Slowly, he raised his right arm, 4 fingers pressed together. In a simple motion, he lightly waved at the colossal being before him. "Arrogant fool, you will pay the price for your insolence." Aquila's fury erupted, their towering form radiating intense heat. In an instant, their massive wings vibrated at an imperceptible speed. 1,000 razor-sharp feathers shot forward like swords, hurtling straight towards the God King. Oh my god. Zella, go to bed! I'm going to time you out. Fantastic. Zella, go the fuck to bed. I asked a single fucking question. Good night. I love you. Mwah. I will fucking... If I see you type again, I'm going to time you out. You will get a full-on fucking timeout if you do not go to bed. Aquila... Oh, God. As everyone knows, the feathers of the Sky Titan can pierce through iron and steel, let alone mortal flesh. Their sheer density left no room to evade. The violent storm of lethal blades closed in, and time itself seemed to freeze. Aquila enhanced their reflexes, predicting the movements of this arrogant little thief before them. Noticing the God King shifting his stance, Aquila mused that he only had 2 choices. He could push off the ground to evade left or right, or stand firm and brace for impact. But either way, it would be futile. The feathered blades would shift with the wind, altering their trajectory. No matter how swift his movements, they would follow him relentlessly. But who would have predicted? The God King never intended to dodge. He pushed forward instead, seizing the first incoming feathered blades between 2 fingers, and with a swift turn, he carved a spiral through the air and hurled it back at supersonic speed. The feather blade curved with the wind, piercing deep into the storm. Without the slightest deviation, it collided tip to tip with another razor-sharp steel feather. Ding! The deflected feather veered to the side upon impact, colliding with others and further altering their trajectories. Seizing the moment as scattered feathers clouded their vision, they swiftly brought down their claws, sharp as steel great swords, aiming to end this battle in a single decisive strike. Oh my god. I'm just gonna end that there. Invigorating literature, your favorite. This article leaves you feeling empowered, as if you were the author of One Punch God incarnate. Sky Titan Aquala? That's nothing. Let's stop.
I wonder what Phainon and Mydei are reading. Let's take a closer look.
What is Mem reading?
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, but poor time for fishing. Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days?
What are you looking at?
You scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard. Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
Yoink. On. Phainon, what are you doing? What are you reading?
Well, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend.
Are you reading something you shouldn't be?
In front of you all. That would be pretty careless. Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques appraisal. How to make a fortune.
That's right, he really likes his antiques. I didn't know you were into this.
You didn't know? After all this time we've known each other.
He's hiding the height and mighty smut behind his back.
I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth. That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks.
I will have a snack after I finish stream, because it is almost time for me to call it.
Oops, I talked too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and integrity and skill.
I will fucking send you guys a fucking photo. I'm having mashed potatoes.
Oh, these
I got myself some
so
sweet potatoes.
Detailed and fine. Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer.
I fucking love sweet potatoes.
For each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them all?
What are you looking at?
What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh?
What are you reading?
But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
Mem, you are acting so incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious. Not like their usual self.
Fucking grabs Mem.
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this the Emporius Divination Compendium?
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But
Oh
it's
my
not
god.
exactly a niche hobby. So why all the secrecy?
I wanted to set up a surprise! Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
Oh my god. Fucking grabbing and shaking them.
Surprise, huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination, especially with cards. Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
Ma'am, sensitive topic. Sensitive topic.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trinan. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
A little faith in these things isn't a bad sometimes.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown.
You've really thought about this, haven't you?
After all, the first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Oh, wow!
Anxiety.
It's so exquisite! I'd love to have a card like that.
There's a card she once used. Literally looks exactly like him. Holy shit, dude. Then gotta craft a mem-specific deck.
Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
I love mem.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that Orin exposed to us? Who's there?
Oh.
You are...
Eyes peeled, everyone.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Phainon, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly.
What's being cleaned? Clothes or cars?
Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Phainon. It would be the polite thing. We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
I mean, honestly, their outfits are fucking sick.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners.
You know, I just,
Their
like, you know,
task was
started
to
living
erase
again.
anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything
I don't think you
to
got.
achieve their
They went after Dong Hung, is the thing. I feel like they got their asses whooped.
Perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Phainon? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akama to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs
Alright,
to rule.
I'm gonna beat their asses.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
How about fucking put him up? You got a fucking knife?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Phainon. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
If it's a fight you want, let's get on with it. Enough chit-chat.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeve.
If y'all have Don Hong in danger, I'm going to beat the fuck out of them, actually.
Alright. Let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
Fucking Phainon got me fanning myself a little bit.
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. With this,
There's the fat
Twilight
fuck.
Courtyard can be reborn in Akama.
Look at him.
Do you like it here too, little Ika?
We love Ika.
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Treeby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Look at my little fat fuck right there.
Right. How does the legend go again?
Even Lady Treeby forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time and we'll remember. Ah! Now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end. Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories.
Everyone calls Ika the
details
fat
from
fuck.
that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
Oh, I forgot. For a Lady Treeby, history is more than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived through. Little Ika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Celiosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing. Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacinth and Lady Treeby, good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing all right. What's going on, Crediros?
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglaya here, Akama would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
Aggie.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the golden threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
It was still very close vote.
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Treeby. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Trouble! Miss Hyacinth! Trouble! Clementine. Take a breath. What's going on? Please! Something terrible has happened at Marmorial Palace!
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Lady Aglaya! It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble.
They really are making their move.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey, and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Gold Weaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of this old lady.
Aglaya, Aglaya. You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence. Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now? These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish. The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Really?
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade.
If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akuma has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Droma's workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day.
A fucking little girl?
Bullies.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes too?
You're actually
you know
despicable.
Better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaya you are today? Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my departure become a path for others to follow. Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters, will the wandering wind stop to mourn me, Cyphra?
Okay, so everything bad is happening currently. A millennium ago.
Seamstress! I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures! I bet there's stuff here you've never seen. Come on! As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tier of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Wait. You've seen one before. And here I thought I'd leave you speechless. What a letdown.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Wow! A daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Mind your manners, kitty. Tell me, Cyphra, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me? Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face. But my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Come on. Can't we just do business without all this chatter? Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time. Fine. If you don't want it. There are plenty of others who do.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Gold Weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh. What do you have in mind?
Look. Come a bit closer.
Oh. It's shimmering gold. Absolutely stunning.
These golden boots are the Gold Weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power. Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently. Put them on, Cyphra. Then don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are way too big for me.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power! You're Amphorius' most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by a Glyad!
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls. Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied?
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaia wasn't trying to trick you?
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is. Let me take a good sniff of this air.
Sniff.
This air, it's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful, just wonderful. to Casterus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it.
Alright, we're gonna finish up the cutscenes, and then probably call it there.
Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll split 80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The fish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger.
80-20 is. How generous you are, Boss Lady Cypher.
I love them.
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damp, cold, and miserable here. I hate it.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery. Uneasy around water.
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming. Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick.
What's got you so worked up? Relax, relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cypher was afraid of water?
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Now, hurry up and figure out a way across, or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it. Let's use that thing. Come on, follow me, boss lady.
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, boss lady?
Okay. I think I'm actually...
Trying to trick me into saying something. Not a chance.
Pause and save.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
Okay. Good. Very good. I know that it's a little bit of a shorter stream today. I definitely wanted to do a longer one, but, fucking... I'm very tired. So, let me just grab all of these little things. Okay. We're getting there. Anyways, let's go to just starting stream. Thank you all so much for being here today. Like I said, I know it's a little bit shorter. We will be having a nice long Thanksgiving stream tomorrow. So if you guys want to tune in then, you are more than welcome to. And it will be a nice long stream. It's going to be me and my husband. And we're going to be playing Where the Winds Meet. I'm very excited for it. Very, very excited. But I'm going to do a short outro today. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. And until then, stay safe and have a wonderful rest.